Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Split versus Eg. They're obviously running the double dive, and we're running the single dive, but we have double initiator. So we're running double initiator, they're running double dive. So, alright, so this round we went. I thought they might sky flash into ropes. It was just an added thing. So I was like, oh, I can smoke myself off. They won't be able to see it. Against Omen, some teams like to do is like they just wait and see if they can see if it's a mid trap or not, and then they'll kind of walk up into it. So let's have a look here. But we kind of screwed up here because we neither had a nade nor a kaboom come at him. So the nade came left side here, which is actually a decent nade, but his dog got me. But if we just had like the breach kaboom, which we do have, it would have cleaned this hole up easily. He wouldn't have been able to do this flash, and he wouldn't have been able to get away with doing this much damage. Like, it was like a snowball effect. So it was when you're in tournaments and stuff, you don't have enough time to like dry run every pistol. So we end up like trying to I'm making pistols like the day before and stuff, and this was just one I wanted to run on defense against him because I thought they'd go mid, and they did end up actually going mid. The reason why is because I looked at all the ones they've done so far, and I was trying to think like what one they think that we would be doing as well. So I thought they would have thought we were going to hold A. So then I was like, let's do a mid fight. We screw up the mid fight a little bit. We go 3 for 3. It should really be a 4 for 2, in my opinion, or even a 4 for 1. Like, we should have really cleaned up here. But Leo gets a lovely kill on that guy as a smoke fades. It's something you got to watch out for. Like, if you're going mid slow, by the time the rope smoke's gone, like, there is a timing for the rotator from A to catch them. Alfea's on a nice flank. Chronicle's kind of just containing. Leo's dogging up now to clear the B heaven. We catch him on the thing, and then I think we just said like KR1 probably push CT because they have to make a play. They're 3v2, so we were kind of aware of CT, I believe, but we'll see. Leo actually ends up going on the flank instead of Alfea. Chronicle kind of does a stun there to kind of pressure them out. And then Leo kills him in the side, and then it's just Demon. So we actually threw a little bit Chronicle down to this guy here. We should have grouped up here. But Alfea gets the kill. You know, like we could have played that a little bit better there. And again. Alright, so next round. They're obviously going to go try and get some orbs. So we kind of have some weird setup where I'm playing towards middle. Leo's just playing info towards B. Kind of vibes. And then, because they've taken B, I've just kind of rotated off already. I think I was a bit nervous about the B this round. So now I'm just saying, like, hey, let's take back the B main. So I end up doing a smoke here. Leo dogs back in. We stand back. We actually use quite a lot of util for not a lot of control there. I thought they were fighting, so we have B main control. Leo spotting B heaven from pillar. Kind of vibes, and I'm just kind of playing quick rotation to either. I one way for Chronicle so he feels a bit more comfortable. They actually snuck in on Alfea here, like but the trip actually caught him, so he didn't sneak, but obviously this smoke means that Alfea can't see the cross, so he's kind of covering it. Oh, nice hit wallbang there. You can see here, like, it's a bit awkward for us. We don't really have any control of middle right now. They have full control of the mid to B to A to B, especially with this Viper wall. Because that's the whole point of this Viper wall, is you have stronger A splits. Because you can come up the vents, put the wall up, and not worry about any of these angles in front of you. And you can clear out this bit, and then flash through the wall, drop the wall. And then you can focus on the heaven kind of area. So here they end up going back to B. They're walking in. They do a nice little pop flash on Leo there. But we have nice fire angles against their guns. Chronicle stuns, pushes them back. But, you know, they're coming back to A now. We get the read early because obviously no one's come B. Alfea gets a kill. Gets a big kill there. Also, he just owns it, to be fair. His positioning was good. Not around the cages, though. But he can't really change his cages mid-round. So, we'll allow it. You know, playing site is always something. Like, especially when we get the rotations coming in. Like, we can always easily kind of support him. Who are you most impressed with from BG? Probably Boaster. You know, he's IGLing. And also, like, doing some big damage for his team. So, it's impressive. So, this round, we're going for, like, a B main fight. I do a weird smoke. I think it's because, like, I thought they might want to contest us on B main. And I wanted to fight them back. But I think my smoke's just slightly a bit too deep. We end up not getting much value from any of our util there. Even though we got 4 there. We should have kind of let them in a bit more, but I think the Boombot spotted us, and then they did a suck and nade, so then we were just kind of returning the favor. I have to dodge a nade. Like, it was a proper fight for the B main here. Meanwhile, you can see here, Com's got some passive info. So right now, we got no info about A main. Com could be across, it could not be across. But we do have this camera kind of helping us out a little bit. Now we decide, hey, they're not going to come back to B main after we show that much presence. Let's try and fight middle. But the organization of us fighting middle here, it was so good, but then it also ended up not being so good. So I do a nice little smoke here. And then we don't manage to catch this guy on a dog. Chronicles Kaboom actually misses. I didn't realize that. That's actually huge. And then his flash comes in. Durka unfortunately dies because we thought because his Kaboom went off, I thought the ropes was he was in the ropes A splitting. So I was like, let's not carry on pushing this. Let's go back. Especially when that flash pops. So it's kind of unlucky that he's actually in this corner. What's the point of reviewing if you lost no rounds? Well, you can always find mistakes in the rounds you've won, like I found in the previous rounds. Nice idea though. We would have actually caught that guy and then given us in a 5v4. And then Com would have gone into like a bit more of this position. But Alfie does a really nice play here. You know, we just decided, screw it, we're going to stack A. The most thing they have control of is probably A right now and middle. So let's just stack A. So you can see, I tell Leo and Chronicle, get your ass over to A to help Alfia. And we're just kind of ready. Chronicle gets a big, huge pick there. That's actually massive. I actually think Alfia's cage might have been a bit too early because now they kind of feel it out and they end up dipping out. And they end up going towards B now, I think. Oh, Chronicle swinging that. He thought he might have a timing to catch them, and then unfortunately, I guess they just win this now. Yeah, so they did a nice play there, you know, a quick cancel through the ropes. Benefit of having that wall, I guess. They also don't have smokes for the cross, so they would have struggled. They would have had to pick up the Viper orb and throw it into CT spawn. So this round I'm actually giving up B main. I'm kind of playing a bit passively, weird off angle kind of vibes around the smoke. Now they end up using the dog here, and oh, Leah misses his flash. How's he missed that? He's drunk, mate. So Leah missing his flash is actually kind of huge, because what it does is it means that the enemy team's just going to run up. Like this pop flash here would have got the Raisin Jet. They would have been less likely to run up with that dog there. And then we would have actually got decent info. Dirk is obviously trying to dodge the dog into the smoke. Goes into it now, and it's just unfortunate timing. So I'm here. I think I asked Leo to throw a flash into B main. No, I didn't. He doesn't have one. He does have a dog though. So he ends up flashing the B heaven there when the Razor's putting pressure on. But honestly, this round's kind of over, technically. We're too late to get the info back on B because we lost Def, so we're a bit worried about the B split. We're also worried about the Raze ulti. He does do the Raze ulti. We dog it. He actually uses the Raze ulti in the dog, which helps us a little bit. And now it's just about maybe we can find a pick off a trip. So we're looking for trip kills. Alfie actually gets a really nice kill there. Sheesh, I'm feeling it. No, so what happened here was I heard him drop. We heard him drop, so I went for the flash to try and also flash them all in the main, because obviously you can see here I smoked the A main. And then after that bomb dropped, I thought they might start running through the main, running out the heaven, so I wanted to do a nice beefy flash along the heaven and into the flowers. But he actually wasn't there, but because I was so confident in that flash, I ended up doing a wide swing and just managed to actually kill him. Like, no one would normally peek like that unless they think the enemy's blind and stuff, so wide swing there. Chronicle actually finds another one through the smoke, and that's just the power of smokes. He's even got a Vandal when he did that. It was kind of wild, but oh, it was the trip. I remember now. So the Alpheus trip doing bits for us. Manages to catch that guy. You know, 20 seconds left on the clock. Cypher, he goes off. He's panicked. Runs through the trip. We actually get another kill. I end up TPing here and running fast ramp, which I think wasn't the right play. I should have just come at heaven. But you can see here, Chronicle is now in front of me. I'm actually probably should have gone with Chronicle here, but I'm actually holding the elbow swing whilst Chronicle goes up. So I was kind of holding it for Leo and Chronicle so they can focus on that. And I thought they might actually push elbow based off that plan and go for a play. So yeah, not bad trip. So this round they go for fast A ramp control. We wanted to catch the Raze. So you can see here the ulti comes out from, oh my goodness. So what would have been better here? It's a bit awkward because the Omen smokes are so blooming slow. Maybe Astra would be better for me here. But like I smoke here, but it's too late. And Durka ends up feeling like after he gets his kill, he wants to dip out because he's a bit scared the enemy's coming. So he just dips out into the Raze nade. So It was a bit unfortunate. But they went for a ramp control here, so we know the ramp control is like 3 towards there, especially when the Rays does it, and they don't really have much presence elsewhere. We decided to put Cypher on B because we wanted to use some Breach ulti style. You know, they're contacting in, Chronicle's on the jump spot, so Breach is really good on A. Mainly because his stun line is the most important thing, and the stun line is so easy to pull off around here. You know, Jet's coming in, he can just stun from here, he can stun from here, and they're all nice stuns when he is towards A. It's less nice when he's on rotation, but sometimes if you are going to do it, you just stun like that. And that's a decent stun. It gets anyone in the flowers, gets anyone coming out of this choke here. Even though on the minimap they're quite heavy towards A, we don't know if they're mid right now, so you can see we're a little bit nervous about the middle. Leo does a flash for information here. And then he ends up ulting, which I think is a bit too early. But I think the reason why he does that ulti, because he thinks he's getting A split from the ropes. So what he does is he ultis to see if the cabbage is coming in from the ropes, and then he goes into the ropes because he thinks it's clear. And he can play from there. Now I need to go and help Chronicle and flash off of him, so the trip goes off here. I'm a bit late because I was a bit scared about the B split, so you can see me flash for him here. And that's another good thing about Omen on this map is, you know, it's the same as the Breach stuns, and really nice kind of combos here. Chronicle does a little stun and he's gone aggressive with it, and he's just good. Like, Chronicle is just, he's a very good player, so he just kills them. Like, if I went for that, I don't think I'd kill him when they come to the sides, you know. So let's have a look here. So this round we're going for a little bit B main control. You know, we're mixing it up now. They're on bad money. We don't really want to give them the orb, so I'm just taking it from them, even though I've only got an Omen ult, which isn't exactly the best. Meanwhile, they kind of got all mid control with that dog, but you can see how the flash kind of... They have sheriffs this round, which is a bit awkward, but he used a raise nade for ropes, and we did a flash, and it's just delayed that raise from taking up a bit earlier, so they might have to use another sky flash for the ropes now. So that's 2 flashes down, and that's what it means. Like, when an enemy team is taking up mid control, you want to pressure them a little bit, unless you want to fight. You know, if you want to fight, you fight. If you don't want to fight, you need to make sure utility's being broken. You don't want them to have mid for free. That's the one thing that, like, Navi's like super good at. So yeah, they kind of get mid kind of for free, but they use 2 sky flashes, so we'll take it. Now we're in a bit of an awkward scenario. We don't really know what we're doing. The enemy team does think we have B main control, but you can see I'm kind of set up a flash for Durka here. So Leo's dog gets info, Durka's peeks off of it, and then I do an Omen flash, and then Durka's nade comes in. They don't see the nade coming in after that. So when you're against these kind of sheriffs, you know that they're going to be contacting on you. So you want to get yourself into positions where you believe that, hey, you're not just going to get swung and one tapped. You want to do some pressuring here. I actually failed here a little bit against Ethan. So what happened was I was jump spotting, and just as I kind of turn over, oh no, I was jump spotting. I didn't even know this guy's actually pushed. I was in my smoke, you can see. So he comes out and he was like, he's on me. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. So my job now, I just need to stay alive. Leo's actually doing bits here. Oh no, it's Connor. Oh, it's Durka that said he was on him. Sorry. Hey, we think they're taking ropes, which they have been taking quite a lot. So this round, let's do a little ropes fight setup. So obviously they smoked ropes, so I'm thinking, oh sugar me, they're going to be coming up B heaven here. So I do a little smoke here just to be like, please don't come up B heaven yet. Like, and then they do a little flash in. We got the trip going in here, and you can kind of see the only problem was the Chronicle stun comes in. My flash comes in, but they got a raise there, and he just instantly satchels out. He also satcheled Durka away, which is kind of awkward. Then naded Durka, and now Durka's got his ulti. He actually gets a lot of damage off Ethan there. That guy's playing with fire a little bit. Whoa! Oh my goodness. So I actually thought we cleared middle after this. So this guy's actually been hiding Mel the whole time. Sneaky beaky like. Gets a kill on me. And once again, we're down 4v5. So let's see what we do here. So we know that they don't have middle control this time. So the boys go to clear A ramp. But I think their honest play here was... No, I think the clear ramp was fine. You know, we're on our way to B now. We're going to play retake style. So let's see how we do. Enemy Viper goes for the ulti here. And we've got to be careful of this mid lurk. So you can see the cabbage comes in. Durka's kind of... I think he's aware of the mid. We'll see. Yeah, so he's just clearing out the mail now. He has a little peek there just to see if he can nade. So he doesn't know if the guy's in mail, but he does know if the guy's in bottom of the stairs. He would have seen him, so he has time to throw his nade. So he throws his nade, but he doesn't know the guy's in mail, and unfortunately dies. And after that, the nade comes in, stops their plant, and allows Chronicle to get a kill. But the mail guy, once again, mail's done bits for us that round. So This round we kind of screw up the execution of the ropes kill, but to be fair, Giacomo's thrown a Satcher into ropes. It's a bit unlucky. If we wanted to, actually, what would have been sexy... Oh my goodness, I made a new strat. Hold on, I'm going to write that down. Alright, so this round, Dirk has actually got the AWP here, so this is probably the first time we've actually done this kind of vibes. We knew that they were taking middle and we wanted to fight them. So we put Dirk towards here, but he doesn't have the best escape tool, and you can see we've got ramp control going on at the same time. I'm here with a smoke out. So I've actually got my smoke out ready for Durka, and I said, when you get contact, I'm going to smoke for you, and so you only get one shot. But what happened was, the dog came, someone broke it for him. Then a flash came, and then he's here, and I haven't heard him shoot yet, so I wasn't sure whether to smoke. And now, I was like, do you need smoke? He's like, yes, and my smoke was already kind of coming in, but it's way too late now, he gets caught. So it's very awkward, you know. Maybe we could have done a bit more of a passive setup, especially because they're going to use the Skydog at the start. And what could have been better was we play Leo towards male, Durka towards ropes. And if they do the dog, Leo breaks the dog, throws a flash, throws another flash, and we just delay them long enough for the rope smoke to go. And then Durka can peek middle, and if no one's middle, then they're grouping up for a main hit. And we should get info on the main hits. But, you know, we kind of screw it up. We're trying to mix it up now. Last round wasn't bad, but you know when you lose a round, you wanna keep cooking, and we tried to cook with the AWP, but we didn't have a game plan around it. So maybe that's something I write. Game plan around AWP, if mid versus sky, etc. What doing? And this is how you kind of improve your defense and attack sides. It's just you look at the games, even if you only can see your POV, and you just see what's kind of going wrong here. So 5-3 now, like, honestly it should be 4-4 really, but then again, like, we threw 2 rounds as well, so then it should go back to 6-2, so, like, that's how Valorant works, you know. It's a game of whoever makes the least mistakes. So let's have a look here. You know, this time we've got Chronicle kind of jump spot in the middle while we take B main, just to give us info on that, and boom, they've instantly taken B ropes with the suck and a dog and a nade. And actually this guy's already in heaven, so we went for a little play here. I'm covering the heaven, but we know that guy's out, and I wanted to flash for Leo because I don't and then Durka just so happened to throw a nade at the same time. Did quite a bit of damage to that guy. Also used his dash, so he won't have the dash for the exec. Now we need to get some information back, so I think after this, let's have a look. So we got Durka on this little bit of an off angle. Oh, gets a nice little tap onto Demon 1 there. Leo flashing to be heaven to know if they've walked out. And now we've got a setup for Althea and Chronicle. The only problem with this setup is the Viper wall does make it a bit awkward for Chronicle, so he needs to cross and play this position, which he ends up going to. Like, a position around here is a bit better. He can play off timing and stuff, so let's see what happens now. So throughout all this, I've still managed to keep B main control, so at least we know it's probably not a B split yet, because they're not pressing B main too heavily. Leo ends up actually using a dog here to clear out the middle. I think it actually would have been better if Durka actually rotates off of the dog, but it looks like Chronicle kind of gets caught there, so let's see how that happens. Kind of unlucky. Like, Chronicle in another world would get that, and now it's up to Althea. So Althea actually puts a cage here to kind of give him some time to speak this Viper guy, and the cage goes down. Althea's still alive. I've TP'd into backside. They have no clue because we're on land, no one can hear anything, just like I can't hear the raise here. I remember actually Leo saying he's hell, so you can see here I check hell. I'm like, oh, I didn't see him. And then what he meant was he just dropped here, but I call this suicide, he calls it hell. So we were a bit lazy with our call-outs this tournament, like, and we haven't gone over them in a while, so, you know, it's obvious, it's unacceptable really from us, but it's, you know, it's the boring stuff. A game is about who can make the least mistakes, but every round someone's going to make a mistake. Like, for instance, like Chronicle doesn't get a kill, which is technically a mistake, but it wasn't the worst. Wasn't the worst play by him. I TP him, which is quite risky. I'm on my own. They're not looking at me. That could have been a kill death, and then we lose a round. But because I get that kill, we're kind of back in the game a little bit. Alfie's done really well here just to stay alive. Now he has full ramp control, and we can kind of box them in. And then we just got to be careful with this lurk because we don't see anyone else on the thing. So Dirk is kind of aware of it now. We're shorts, but every arena seems to be hot. Dirky gets a massive kill on that guy as he tries to hop off the ropes. We get information off the flash pop there. I think actually Durka makes a little mistake here by pulling out his util. So what util did he pull out? So he's going to satchel in. But I think here as the Heaven guy, Durka kind of has to just contain a little bit, let Alfia come out and do his magic, and then peek with him. So I think he was trying to force it a bit too hard there, especially because once again, you know, in those 2v3 scenarios, the enemy team's going to end up peeking you. So this round they go for the double satchel onto B suck, almost actually catch Alfia off of it. Cage goes up, so it stops them from wanting to push out anymore. And we were kind of set up for some A setup thing. But we end up kind of drifting away from that. And now we're in like some weird double rope setup with no info about ramp. So we'll have to get that info back soon. They smoke ropes, so it makes it a bit awkward. They do a little pop flash through the jet smoke. Dirk actually does a lot of damage spamming there. That's the one benefit of Phantom, is that you can spam through the smokes a little bit especially when you know they're out, and you might get a free kill, do some damage, and it just scares them for the rest of the round. So here, the dog's coming up B Heaven. Now, if I let this dog go up fully, that raise is following it and getting into a good position. So I need to make sure I break that. And then it makes the raise not want to kind of push up as much. You know, I do this smoke now, which isn't the best smoke, but it allows me to shift over towards site, because we've got information on A from Sky, I believe. Yeah, so he dogs ramp for Dirk here. No one's on ramp right now. They have mid control, so get Dirk on ramp. Leo rotates, Chronicle goes towards Heaven and covers Durka's sting. Leo's coming towards CT. I did a flash here and I kind of noobed it, not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna kill him. If I have a shorty here, I think I actually own him. So I knew that they were coming through here, just felt like it. So I was ready with the flash. I did a big flash and I was like, I'm gonna catch him. But honestly, it wasn't a great play. I shouldn't have gone into the smoke, especially when I flashed him. I should have just stayed alive and just tried to play time. Now Leo kind of tries to pop flash out, whereas like, just think about it, like if I was alive here, Leo could pop flash out on my contact kind of thing, you know, like me being a live body means that he knows exactly where the enemies are, whereas instead of kind of trying to guess it. And yeah, they end up just kind of B splitting us, you know. Chronicle ends up using big ulti here, and Alfia can't really push them because he doesn't have his cage for main anymore, because they made him use at the start, so he can't actually push the new box. Oh, that's a big dink. And then obviously he dies. Does Durka win this? I wouldn't be surprised, but unfortunately he doesn't, so he has to save. Different round now. They're going to go for their heavy A main control. They haven't got the best money, but they have jet knives. And EG, when they had jet knives, they loved going A main, because Demon 1 loves updrafting in A main and just kind of killing people onto the site and in the CT spawn and stuff. So we go for the B main control, because we're like, screw it, we got Cypher there with thingy, and we end up going for the B main push, because they don't have trips, and I was thinking, hey, we can get a nice flank going, but Dirk ends up not wanting to kind of flank, and then I tell him, hey, stay, and then I'm like, Dirk, I think you should flank, so then he starts flanking. Does he get heard by the Astra here? I think he does. So they actually know that he's flanking here. So unfortunately, we didn't have any on Heaven, because they obviously took the Heaven at the start, so we weren't able to capitalize off one of the trips onto the site. As you can see here, like this one does really well to break it, but he actually runs into this one. If we had a guy in Heaven, we would be able to punish it. Chronicles Kaboom kind of misses, so we don't delay the plant long enough. Let's see what Durka is able to do here. So Durka just gets a massive kill here. No way in Jose should he be getting that kill. So we now know that there's Viper in main, and but you saw Jet in main. So we know 2's main, we know 2's on site. So we know the guy's close right as well. So I'm saying, hey, cover my swing. So flash from my swing. So you can see here, Chronicle's going to flash as I kind of peek into it. But I didn't realize he's going to flash there. I thought he was going to flash behind me again. So I actually run out and I'm full blind. Actually, that's quite funny. Yeah, I didn't realize he's going to flash there, but I do manage to get the kill full blind anyway, so we'll take it. And then what happens is, you know, we just need to keep trading it out. I got to make sure before I die, I use all my util. So get rid of that bloomin' Omen smoke, smoke that choke. Leo's just containing the Heaven, just in case someone wants to do a little flank into Heaven, because we know that they planted for Heaven. So the win condition for them is get to Heaven and then plays off of that. But let's see what happens here. I think this round was so well played by Alfia. So Chronicle actually gets on the bomb, which is one, like, none of my players get on the bomb normally. So when he started doing this, it was massive. You got Leo covering the A main, and you got Alfia. He knows that Ethan's there, and you can just see, look, Alfia's not peeking him. He's being annoying, like he's doing little jiggles, but he's not actually peeking him. And this delay means that Com has to rush in because Ethan can't get on the bomb. And then Ethan is obviously now put under pressure, and boom, they both get kind of kills off of it. This round we wanted to kind of fight them outside A main, so we do a little stun here from Chronicle. We know that one's close right based off the thing. Do a little nade and we just start swinging with our little dicks out. And Durka does what Durka does best. Really nice nade from him. So this nade gets that guy in that right corner, makes him kind of have to swing out here, and you can see they're out of here in the open. One more lovely little flash from me or Leo would have been perfect. Leo following up one more flash, but he actually decides to go for the dog. I flash anyone close, and yeah, Durka just gets two, so really lovely little swing here. Alfia sees the Viper, goes for the ping, and while the Viper's taken out, he creeps up on him, because he knows that they're heavy B main right now. Boom, easy kill onto Com, unlucky. And there we go, now we're 4v2. Who taught Alpha the game sense and playstyle of a Sentinel? So Alfia's always been good, so there's like three types of players, I think. There's a player that's smart, there's a player that's aim heavy, or there's a player that gets kills. Now, in my opinion, you don't want a player that's smart, you don't want a player that's aim heavy, you want a player that knows how to get kills. Because you can teach a player how to play around teammates. You can teach a player can learn how to get aim, but you might have the best aim in the world, but if you can't get kills, or you don't know how to play situations that are going to get you kills, or etc., or you don't have the mentality to do peaks when you need to and stuff like that to get kills, then that's so Alfia is a player that knows how to get kills, Dirk is a player that knows how to get kills, Lee is a player that knows how to get kills, Chronicle is a player that knows how to get kills. I'm a player that is smart, so I'm the one kind of thing, but I can get kills. I'm also old, whereas when I was younger I was a player that knows how to get kills. So it's just a thing that if you can get kills, everything else can be taught. Killing is the main thing. Do you think 28 affects your mechanical skill? Not so much. I think it's just the fact that I don't play as much anymore. You know, when you're younger, you play loads and you're just grinding. You're just happily playing like 12 hours a day, just shooting heads, ranked and stuff. But I think for me now, I can't play ranked for that long, and so I have to find value in other ways. And my value is through preparation and through making good calls and understanding the game more. And by understanding the game more, I'm able to watch these VODs and obviously find fixes and stuff. And that's why Mini's good as well, because he understands the game and he's able to find fixes. SOK as well. Hey, that's me. I'm a girl. Look at me. I'm chilling.